I love you solo.
How's it going, everybody? It's Coded Condor and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this custom figure, a little fix-up I did of one of my favorite wrestlers in the world right now, the Samoan werewolf, JACOB FATU.
Hail! Hail! Oh! Hail! And my
This custom was directly inspired by My Damn Toys on YouTube. I saw his JACOB FATU custom about a month ago and I was obsessed. I knew I had to take a crack at making my own. And just in case you'd like to make your own, I'll give you the breakdown in this video on how I did it. I think this is a perfect JACOB FATU figure. He looks stunning. I actually custom made the shirt myself, which I do with a lot of my wrestling figures, and you'll see that regularly on this channel. We'll be doing a lot of different custom projects and upgrading certain figures with homemade cloth goods and accessories. With JACOB FATU's shirt, I'm very happy with how it turned out. The logo looks great, the fit looks nice, I really like the cutting around the arms. I think it really enhances the figure. And while I did swap the legs out, which I'll show you later, this head scan is completely original. I think it's a perfect depiction of JACOB FATU as we see him on TV, minus the red hair. And I'll show you where we got this figure from. It's not WWE, it's not AEW, not even TNA. This FATU is an MLW figure. While I'm definitely familiar with MLW, I was surprised to find out they had ever made figures before, and I was sure that this JACOB FATU was 3D printed when I first saw it. But sure enough, from Boss Fight Studios, it is a full, licensed, and released figure. And it's not cheap. With JACOB FATU's skyrocketing popularity, the price on the aftermarket has definitely followed. And it made me nervous making this custom. This is my only one, and I could not afford to replace it if I broke it. Taking a look at the back of the box, I love the attention to detail. I think it's cool that they pose around the actual toy for the pictures on the back, as opposed to using pictures of the wrestler. As of the making of this video, this is the only JACOB FATU figure in existence, and it just makes it that much sweeter having it in hand. Now the figure comes with two different head scans, and obviously the screaming one is the cream of the crop. It looks exactly like the dude you see screaming on SmackDown every week.
I love you solo.
You also get a barbed wire bat accessory, which is cool, and I'm really digging the body, the tattoos, the attire. I think this was really well done, and the best figure out of the entire MLW line.
Hell, Godzilla versus King Kong. Hell, you ain't Godzilla and King Kong, cause I'm boss.
So how do we transform that MLW JACOB into the Samoan werewolf that you see on screen right here? Well, the leg swap was the hardest part and the most important transition. He was way too short with the original legs, and I had to get these boots on, which actually come from an AEW figure. We got it from Y2J, the Learning Tree, the Ocho, the Nueve, Chris Jericho. I only bought this figure to get a copy of the AEW World Championship, so I really never had any display use for it. If you saw My Damn Toys video, he used the Sting figure, and I just thought for JACOB FATU you needed a bit thicker of a leg mold and a boot mold, and I love the way that this turned out. I think the color blends seamlessly with his MLW tights, the thickness of the leg matches his on-screen appearance, and most importantly, the scaling is much better with these new legs. With the original MLW legs on, he was shorter than Solo Sikoa, he was about the height of a Daniel Bryan, it just looked a bit weird. With the new legs, check out how he scales up with a Roman Reigns. This is a huge improvement from the height of his MLW figure. He matches great with Roman, he looks great next to Solo. I think the Chris Jericho boot swap was an absolute home run, and I'm just so pleased with the results. I no longer feel myself impatiently waiting for Mattel to drop their own JACOB FATU, and I'm especially pleased with the cloth goods shirt. I already told you guys I'm going to be making a lot of videos showing you how to make them on your own, from cutting and sewing the fabric to ironing on the logos. We're going to have a lot of fun, so stay tuned. The clip you see playing on the bottom of your screen is actually going to be my next video. We'll be doing a late 2012 434-day title reign CM Punk. But for now, let's go back to JACOB FATU. How do we make the armbands? Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. As great as they look from the front, when I show you from the side and back, you'll see that it's actually a twist tie. I hope this is reassuring for some of you guys. You don't always have to have expensive materials to make a custom. Even his shirt is made out of an old pair of pajama pants. I did have to get an iron-on logo, but that's besides the point. A majority of the materials used for this custom, as far as the clothing and accessories goes, is very affordable and something that you guys can do at home too. And now it's time to add JACOB FATU into the collection. He looks much better than he did with the original legs. As you can see here, he pairs up very nicely next to Solo. He's no longer the same height as Daniel Bryan, and I'm just so happy to have him in my collection. Obviously at some point Mattel will come out with theirs and we'll all have JACOB FATUs, but at this point, As he's taken over the wrestling world, I'm very happy to be one of the few people who have a custom, up-to-date JACOB FATU figure. And stay tuned for the channel because he just came out with a red shirt and we're gonna have to take a stab at making our own for this figure. I'm very happy to switch this channel over to wrestling content. It's where my heart's at, it's what I'm interested in, and I hope you guys enjoyed my first video trying it. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy this week, enjoy Royal Rumble, and always remember,
I love you solo.